Welcome back to Zootopia Central. Today, we're diving into one of the sweetest, stickiest, and most hilarious stories to ever hit the streets of our city. Get ready for the great candy calamity of 2024. It all started during the annual Zootopia Sweet Treats Festival. The sun was shining, spirits were high, and the air was filled with the scent of sugar and excitement. Two of the biggest names in confections, Gummy Grizzlies and Caramel Camel Confections, were en route to the festival grounds. Their trucks were loaded to the brim with their most popular treats, one with a mountain of colorful gummy bears, and the other with a literal river of molten caramel. Now, picture this. Tundra Town's main intersection, a place already known for its, let's say, slippery conditions. The Gummy Grizzlies truck, driven by a rather enthusiastic polar bear named Barnaby, was trying to make a sharp turn. At the exact same moment, the Caramel Camel truck, steered by a dromedary named Sal, was coming from the opposite direction, perhaps a bit too fast. You can probably guess what happened next. With a comical squish and a syrupy sploosh, the two trucks collided in a slow-motion disaster. The back doors burst open, and a rainbow tidal wave of gummy bears met a golden tsunami of warm, gooey caramel. In seconds, the entire intersection was transformed. It wasn't just a sticky situation. It was a full-blown candy apocalypse. The street became a treacherous, sweet-smelling swamp. Gummy bears were suspended in caramel like prehistoric bugs in amber. Traffic came to a grinding, sticky halt. A tiny Shrew's car was glued in place, its wheels spinning uselessly in a puddle of caramel. A giraffe, trying to step over the mess, got all four of its long legs stuck, looking like a very confused, very tall statue. Officer Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde were the first on the scene, and even they had to stifle their laughter before getting to work. Nick, of course, couldn't resist dipping a paw in for a little taste, earning a classic eye roll from Judy. The initial chaos quickly turned into the most unusual and funniest community cleanup Zootopia had ever seen. The call for help went out, and citizens from every district showed up, but not with shovels and brooms. Oh no! They came with spoons, spatulas, and giant ladles. A team of beaver construction workers used their tails to slap and spread the caramel, trying to clear a path. A group of sloths from the DMV arrived, and in what was the fastest they'd moved all year, they began meticulously picking individual gummy bears out of the goo, one by one. The best part, the kids! The children of Zootopia saw this not as a disaster, but as the world's biggest art project. They started gathering the candy-coated debris and began sculpting. Soon, the sidewalks were lined with incredible creations. There was a life-size sculpture of Mayor Lionheart, made entirely of red gummy bears, a caramel replica of the Zootopia Express, and even a detailed portrait of Gazelle, complete with a rock candy microphone. The stickiness turned into sweetness, and the mess turned into masterpieces. The drivers, Barnaby and Sal, ended up shaking hands and even collaborated on a sculpture of their crashed trucks, which won first prize in the impromptu art contest. It just goes to show that in Zootopia, even a sticky disaster can have a sweet ending. What started as a traffic jam turned into a citywide party, reminding everyone that with a little teamwork and a positive attitude, we can turn any mess into something wonderful. And hey, the streets have never smelled better. Thanks for tuning in to this sweet story from Zootopia's history. If you enjoyed this tale of candy chaos, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more stories, and ring that notification bell. Let us know in the comments what kind of candy sculpture you would have made. See you next time!